Welcome back, everybody, and welcome back to the World of Juice Hoops channel. Welcome to playoff basketball in Oklahoma City. I'm just joking with you. We're not in the playoffs. We finished 13th in the conference, though. That's not too bad. I mean, 30-51 is not a horrible season for this Oklahoma City Thunder team. I mean, year number one of a rebuild. Not the worst thing you could do. I mean, we're not last. Maybe we should be last. We've got some good building blocks, though. That's the key thing. We've got really, really solid building blocks. Obviously, Shea. We've got Josh Giddey. And if you know about Josh Giddey in 2K, he grows unbelievably well in like Season 3, Season 4, Season 5. He can get up to the high 90s. So Josh Giddey's going to be a main building block for us. But we've also got guys like Lou Dort, Thomas Bryant, who we traded for during the season, Malik Beasley, who we traded for during the season. Now, I'm not totally sold on Malik Beasley. I might move on from him in the offseason in this episode. I don't know, though, because I like having Malik Beasley as an option off the bench to get buckets. It's just, I don't know. I didn't really mesh with him on the court when we played games. I just didn't really feel... I didn't feel like I did a good job playing as him, so maybe we move on from him just for that reason. Kenrich Williams is probably going to be gone. I don't think we're going to bring him back. I just don't really think he fits on the team. Jaden McDaniel is obviously a really solid player that we traded for during the season. He's going to stay here. Darius Baisley going to stay here. Roby's going to stay here. Ty Jerome probably going to move on from. Hal Neto we're probably going to move on from. Trey Mann, maybe we keep. Maybe we stay. Maybe he stays. I don't know, but we know for a fact that Alexander's staying, Giddey's staying, Dort's staying, Thomas Bryant's staying, Jaden McDaniels is staying, and that's about it. Everybody else is expendable and could move on. So let's simulate this final game against the Clippers, and we won it. So we end the season on a W, and we moved up to 12th. Look at that. So Luka Doncic wins MVP of the year of the first season. Cade Cunningham wins Rookie of the Year. Tyler Hero is Sixth Man of the Year, so that's pretty accurate. Giannis is Defensive Player of the Year. Drew Eubanks is the most improved player. What did he average in the first season? 5.8, and then he got up to 11. Good for him. Nate McMillan is the Coach of the Year, and Justin Taylor is the Executive of the Year. So those are your awards. Here is the All-NBA teams. Here's the first team. LeBron got hurt, actually. Here's the second team. Jimmy Butler makes it. I don't think we're going to have an All-NBA player, not even Shea. I didn't think we were ready for an All-NBA player. There's all defensive teams. There's the second team. And then all rookie team. We might have, we might have Josh Giddey on here. He makes it as a all rookie first teamer. And then we don't have anybody on their all rookie second team. That's okay. We are not built for the postseason in year number one. I knew that going into the season. You guys probably knew that going into the season too. So, we also have Hamidou Diallo. He was hurt. That's why he wasn't on the list. Or he was, I just didn't scroll down far enough. Because he tore his MCL. But Hamidou Diallo, also traded for during the season, I think is probably a solid person to have on this team, at least on the bench. Maybe we try and get somebody that to be a starter, but having Hamidou Diallo coming off the bench, I don't hate that at all, especially if we do get rid of Malik Beasley. But here's your final stats for the first season. Shea averaged 23.5 with about 6 rebounds. Hami came in and averaged about 14. Lou Dort did about the same. Malik Beasley did okay. Thomas Bryant. We didn't really have a decent go-to scorer. That's not a problem. I mean, in year number one, that's not a big deal. But if we take a look at I can't take a look at not yet at least. I was gonna say if we take a look at our draft picks, then we'll see what we got. But I have to wait till the offseason to do that. But let's simulate the playoffs and see what happens in here. We've got Lakers and Pelicans, Warriors, Suns, and then Hawks and Sixers, and Nets and Celtics. Okay. Ooh, Zion goes down to the Lakers, so LeBron's in the conference finals again, this time against the Suns, and it's the Nets and the Sixers. And it's a clean sweep for the Lakers. Lakers and Nets. This is what everybody wanted to have happen in real life. Lakers and Nets. Game 1 is a Laker win. This is crazy. LeBron put up 34. Melo's even putting up numbers, and so is Westbrook, a triple-double. Is he back to prime Westbrook? No, he shot for 6 for 21 in that game. Game 2 is a Nets win. It's back and forth. This is crazy. This is a good... And another triple-double. But he shot 4 for 21 in this game. Man, Westbrook is a walking brick. Lakers take game 2 or game 3. Oh, I was gonna say another triple-double, but he got it by 9, or he had only 9 assists. He almost averaged a triple-double so far through those games. Oh, this is a back-and-forth series. This is a back-and-forth series. Game 5 is a Laker win. Ben Simmons put up 25. But Russell Westbrook, man, Dwight Howard even playing well. The veterans, is it going to get it done here? Oh, it's a game 7. We've got a game 7 in the finals. LeBron and Davis are trying their best, but Kevin Durant, Andre Drummond's doing his thing. Ben Simmons, where you at? 4 points in 35 minutes? 4, 5, 9, and 4? That's crazy. But here we go. Game 7 of the NBA Finals is won by the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers had the advantage the entire time, but the Nets come back and win 2 straight. And Kevin Durant is your MVP of the entirety of the finals. Wow. What a final game. Game 7, LeBron James had 17. Westbrook almost had another triple-double. What did he average in the playoffs? 24. If you round up, it's almost a triple-double in the playoffs. That's pretty good for Westbrook. I mean, he shot 6 for 15 from the field, so it's not that great. But, man, what a game. What a series. But that ends the playoffs. It's now time to get into the good stuff, the stuff that we're actually involved in. Some big-time names go into retirement. I don't think there's going to be any Hall of Famers out of this class. I mean, maybe Andre Iguodala would be my... Oh, okay, there's no Hall of Famers. I was going to say maybe Iguodala would make it, but you never really know. All this stuff is going to be rejected. And now time for the draft lottery. I'm assuming we're going to have a decent odd. We have the 6th best odds to get into the lottery, so that's good. We might as well take a little look-see-loo and see what we got. The Raptors get the 14th pick. The Knicks are next up, and they keep their pick, so they have the 13th pick. The 12th pick is Wizards, and it stays Wizards. All right, no movement as of yet. The Timberwolves are up, and they move into the top 4. The Nuggets fall to 11. That sucks. Good for the Timberwolves, though. Cavs stay at 10. Then you got the Kings, who stay at 9. Okay. Longest streak in the lottery, 16th consecutive year. Hornets stay at 8. Kind of sucks for the Hornets. I can't believe that the one team, the Timberwolves, jumped up. And here's our pick, and we stay at 7. That sucks. That's okay. 7th pick in the draft, not too bad. The Pistons fall. So the Spurs go into the top 4. We know 2 of the top 4 teams. The 5th pick is the Rockets. The Blazers jump. Whoa, okay. So it's Blazers who keep the 3rd pick. So it's the Spurs and the Timberwolves and another team. I don't know who the other team was. There goes the Timberwolves. So they're top 3. Oh, it's the Magic. So it's the Spurs and the Magic for the number 1 overall pick. And the Magic fall. They have the pick in real life, but now in this, the Spurs get the number 1 overall pick. That's crazy. I can't believe that's actually true. Wow. So we end up with the 7th pick, the 19th pick, the 21st pick. So we have 3 first-round picks this year. All right. We can work with that. 3 first-round picks this year. We have a lot of first-round picks next year. We have a lot of first-round picks in 2024. So we're set. It's just a matter of what we do with these picks. Now, the NBA, or the prospects are as follows. So Jaden Ivey's the first up. Then you got Jaden Hardy, then Shadon Sharp, Jabari Smith, Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, and Adrian Griffin. So, who are we thinking? So Chet looks like he's going to come into the league at a 78 overall. But I'm not feeling Chet. I'm feeling either Jabari Smith or Paolo Banchero. That's who I'm feeling, these 2 guys. Because we need a big man, and I'm thinking that one of these 2 guys is going to be it. What is their comparisons? He's All-NBA, and Jabari is Hall of Fame. Okay, so Jabari might be the guy, but he's ranked 4th. That's the only problem. And I don't think he's going to slip. Do we need to fire anybody? Coaching, do we want to keep our head coach? I don't know. Let's get a new head coach in here. Let's get a new era of Thunder basketball. We're not going to go Jacob Underwood, or we're not going to go Michael Stauffer. That's too easy. Let's get somebody else that fits this, what I want to do. Somebody kind of young. I want to go with somebody kind of young. We could go Greg Popovich, but he's not young. Okay, so we got Underwood and we got Stauffer. Then we got Logan Schmidt. That could be a guy for us. We also got Anderson, Aiden Anderson. He looks pretty decent. What's his stats looking like? His offense and defense isn't that great. I don't want to go with the cheap guy, or the cheater guys like Michael Stauffer and Jacob Underwood. I don't want to go with those guys because those guys are kind of cheat codes in the game. And I don't think Greg Popovich would sign with the Thunder, so we got to try and find a head coach. If we can find a head coach who is realistic. I didn't know I'd have to scroll all the way down here to find head coaches. Come on. Come on. There's assistant GMs. There's GMs. There's head scouts. Coach should be next. There's head coach. All right, so let's take a look through some of these head coaches and see if there's anybody here that would be realistic enough to hire here in Oklahoma City that also has good stats. Not Dwayne Casey. There's the guy that we fired. Jamal Mosley. Wes Unseld Jr., do you think he would come to Oklahoma City? But he's a defensive system. I don't really want a defensive system. Taylor Jenkins is interesting. He's got a balanced system. I don't think Taylor Jenkins is a bad choice. All right, let's see if he accepts our offer. He's tentative right now. Oh, he rejected our offer. Wow. Thanks, Taylor. Jeez, I respect your decision, but geez. Okay. I offered him $4.5 million. So who else could be a decent... Oh, now we're into the scouts. Who else could be a decent head coach for us? Maybe Lucas Lucas? Or possibly Oliver Gordon. That could be interesting at a pace and space. I wouldn't hate that. Let's sign him. All right, we got our new head coach, Oliver Gordon. 4 years, $18 million for the head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder. We don't need to go to Combine. I don't think we need to go to Combine. Maybe we should. All positions. We really are scouting these guys that we care about the most. Oh, these are the only guys that went to the Combine. Okay, we don't really care about that stuff. Pre-draft workouts. Let's put Jabari, invite him, invite Paolo, invite... let's invite Ty Washington. Let's invite... So who else do you think we could possibly get? Maybe a small forward that could be good. Let's go for Johnny Juzang. And then let's go for EJ Liddell and Trace Jackson Davis. We'll put Oscar on there. Obviously, we'll invite Chet. We'll invite... Oh, we'll get Kennedy Chandler in there. That could be good for us. We got 2 invites left, so let's just invite... Let's just invite Ivy and Shadon Sharp. We'll do that. All right, so here's the final workouts. They did pretty good for us. Paolo didn't run a sprint for him. Oh, he didn't even participate in the draft combine. That's right. But for us, he looked pretty good. Chet Holmgren and his skinny body benched 15 reps. That's good. Okay. So everybody did a decent job. Now it's time for the NBA draft. I think we need to make a move. I really do. I really do think we need to make a move with the 7th pick. Actually, no. Let's make a move with the 21st pick. I don't think we're going to be able to trade up for whatever pick that I'm looking for. So let's go talk to... What's a reasonable place to jump up to get either Paolo or Jabari. Probably 5, right? With the Houston Rockets. So they want pick 7 and then a swap best. We could give them Darius Baisley pick 7 and a 2022. Trey Mann pick 7. So all these offers, they want pick 7. Okay. This one's not too bad. Ty Jerome and pick 7. But I kinda want to get away with keeping pick 7. I know it's probably not realistic. But if I could get away with keeping pick 7, I'll give you pick 21. They want that pick too. Okay. And pick 19. Okay, but then I'll give you Ty Jerome. How do you like that? You wanted him earlier. So now they don't want him because I'm making the trade and not them. I'll give you Trey Mann as well. That's 2 good value. There we go. So we give them pick 21 and pick 19 to move up to pick 5. So we have pick 5 and pick 7 in the draft. So who's going to go number 1 overall? Jaden Ivey from Purdue, number 1 overall pick to the Spurs. The Magic get Jaden Hardy. So right now it's going right where the board thought it would go. Then Shadon Sharp goes. Then Jabari Smith goes. So maybe we needed to jump up a little bit higher. But we are going to walk out of here with Paolo Banchero, which is good. But maybe I kind of wanted Jabari Smith, though. But I will take Paolo. So Paolo Banchero or Pamchero, he goes to Oklahoma City. So that's a good pick. I like that. The Pistons take Chet. I figured they would. And now we're up again. Okay. We have 26 trade offers. I might as well take a look. So we could get a first-round pick next year. Kevin Love, Xavier Tillman, PJ Washington. I'm not seeing anything that impacts the team too much. Christian Wood. Draymond, that's not really... No, we'd be giving up Baisley, too. I don't like that. No, it looks like we're keeping pick 7. And we are going to take somebody with it. Adrian Griffin Jr. He's got ceiling of Jamal Crawford. Johnny Davis has a ceiling of Jim Jackson. Patrick Baldwin Jr. doesn't have a ceiling. Nikola Jovic doesn't have a ceiling. Jalen Duren has Big Z as his ceiling. There's Ty Washington. Wendell Moore. I'm not sure where to go here. Kennedy Chandler. I'm kind of interested in Kennedy Chandler. He's a 75, so is Ty. He's got Eddie Johnson. He's got Eddie Johnson. So they're about the same player. I'm really stuck on what to do. But I also think Jalen Duren might be a good pickup for us. Keegan Murray. He could also be a good pickup for us. Age, what kind of stats does he have? So he can't really shoot the ball, but he's got good like perimeter stuff. What about Ty and Kennedy? Ty's got good shooting. Kennedy's got really good shooting, but not really good mid-range. Ty's more of a mid-range guy. Playmaking, the potential's a B- for Kennedy. The potential's a B for Ty. Seems like Ty might be the move. He doesn't have the same kind of elite three-point scoring that Kennedy Chandler does, but he's got good mid-range and he's got better perimeter stuff, it looks like. He's got good playmaking, A perimeter defense, B potential. This is a tough choice. This is a really, really tough choice. Adrian Griffin just doesn't really have the kind of stuff I'm looking for. He's got like good defensive stuff, but I'm not really looking for a defensive guy, especially at shooting guard, especially because we got Lou Dort already. I'm not really sure what we do. Maybe we try and trade back a couple of picks. So let's see. There's pick 10. So let's try and trade back to the Cavs pick. So if they give me a first rounder in 2024, do they have a player that I might want? Do they want Isaac Okoro? That could be interesting. They don't want to give that up. They wouldn't give up Isaac Okoro anyway. What would they give up here? They probably wouldn't give up anybody. Yeah, they wouldn't give up anybody. So just 2 picks for the pick that I have? They have a counter offer. They'd give me Kevin Love? No, I don't want to do that. Alright, well, you just give me a 2024 unprotected then. There's another counter offer with the stinking... They want the Houston pick in 2024. I don't want to give them that. But I'll take a 2026... and 2025 if you want to do that. Okay, so now we're interested, but they want my 2 picks from the Clippers and Warriors. That Washington pick is lottery protected, and so is the Nuggets pick, but I don't think the Nuggets will be in the lottery. Oh, they want my swap best with the Clippers. All right, this is getting a little bit out of hand. I don't know. I don't know what we do. This is so hard to try and figure out what we do here. Pick 7. Maybe we go back to pick 11. Who's got pick 11? Pick 11 is the Nuggets. So if the Nuggets, they've already given... let's go back to pick 12. They've already given the Thunder a lot of stuff. So pick 12 is the Wizards, who've also given us stuff. So let's go back to pick 9 then. Who's got pick 9? Pick 9 is the Kings. Okay, so the Kings, we can work with this. Also give me your pick in 2023. Okay, so they want to give me Alex Len, but they want 2 more first-round picks added on to this. The swap best with Clippers and then an the top 10 protected from Utah in 2024. So that would leave us with 3 picks. This Wizards pick is worrying me because it's lottery protected. I don't want Alex Len. Do you have somebody that I do want, though? Not really. No, you don't have anybody that I want. So 2 picks for these 2. I'd be okay with giving up these picks. How's that? Okay, they agree to the trade. So the Kings have a pick and they take Adrian Griffin. The Hornets take Patrick Baldwin and now we're up again. Okay. So do we move back any more? Because now I have the 3 picks here in 2023. 3 picks in 2024. Okay, so I don't know if we added... Did we add anything? I think we added something. I don't even know. I think we switched because that Wizards lottery pick was a little bit concerning me. But I think we stick with what we got here and we take somebody at pick 9. It's just a matter of who we take. Do we need another big man? Like, Jalen Duren is really tempting. I'm really tempted to take him. Although he's got horrible stuff except for his defense. Maybe I'm not tempted to take him. Nikola Jovic doesn't really have the 3-point. I'd like my big men to be able to stretch the floor a little bit. That's kind of what we're missing in real life, or in our rotation right now. So maybe not him. Ty, it's back to Ty and Kennedy. What can I say? It's back to Ty and Kennedy. Ty can't really shoot the 3 ball, but he's a good playmaker, good perimeter defender. Kennedy can shoot the 3 ball. I think it's Ty. I think we take Ty Washington with the 9th pick. That might have been a bad idea, but I think that was the best option for us. All right, so Jaden Ivey ends up being a 78. Jaden Hardy ends up being a 77. Shadon Sharp is a 78. Jabari Smith is a 80. I wanted Jabari, but I was one pick away. 79 for Paolo. 79 for Chet. We got Ty at a 75. When did Durant end up being 76? When did Kennedy Chandler go? He's a 74. Okay, so maybe we got lucky with that. I don't know. Did what's his name get drafted? EJ Liddell did get drafted. Second round pick 10. Okay, good for EJ. All right, I think I'm okay with the way the draft go. We got our stud in Paolo, which is the big guy, the big thing, and then Ty at pick 9 I think is good too. Team and player options, we'll accept Hamadou. I'm gonna decline Kenrich, and we'll accept these two guys, Isaiah Roby and Luka Garza. And now we get declines for a couple of big guys. Okay, you love to see that. I'm not gonna offer the qualifying extension to either one of those guys. I don't really think it's worth it. We have $10 million in cap space, so who's taking up all our money, if you don't mind me asking? So we're paying, it's Malik Beasley and Shea, obviously. So we need to get Malik Beasley off. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. We need to get Malik Beasley off the board, off the books. So let's go and find out if anybody wants good old Malik. Does anyone want my friend Malik Beasley? Kobe White, Nayoda Sumu, not bad. Clint Capella in a first. Omar Yurt 7. Jordan Clarkson in a first. Ooh, from the Jazz. But that's also 2022 pick 7. What? Why does it have 2022 pick 7? That's not what I'm offering. I don't have that pick anymore. That pick is pick 9, which turned into what's his face? It's still giving me that glitch, which is interesting. There's Josh Green, Seth Curry. Derek White is interesting. I don't know why it's offering, or it's throwing that trade in there. Who else was I probably going to trade? I think I got rid of everybody else that I was probably going to move on from. It's just Malik Beasley now. But I don't think there's really a big-time name in the trade finder. I guess I'm not looking for a big-time name. Emmanuel Quickley and Nerlens Noel. I don't hate that. Emmanuel Quickley could be good for us. What about if I throw in a pick in 2025? What about this top 5 protected pick from the Sixers? Malik Beasley in this pick, does that get us anything good? Kristaps, Michael Porter Jr., Draymond and Jordan Poole. I kind of like the picks before, the offers before that. I'm intrigued by, what was the pick? Forget what it was now at this point. Let me go back and find it. I'm intrigued by this one, the Knicks one, Emmanuel Quickley. Would they be willing to jump off of Emmanuel Quickley? I'm just confused on why I don't have this pick anymore. I'm confused on why it's thrown into the trade. I don't have the 2022 pick 7 anymore. I don't know why it's throwing it in the... They have a counter offer. Jaden McDaniels and Isaiah Roby. No, I don't want to do that. Why is it throwing in that trade? I'm so confused. What about if I give you a Hornets pick in 2024 second round? That should sweeten the deal, right? It's still throwing me... Can I accept this? Is it going to work? If I accept this trade, would it work? Ooh, Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley. Would the Knicks really give me this? Is that realistic? It's probably not because it's glitched, right? I don't understand why it's so glitched. It's like super glitched. And I can't figure out why it's so glitched. But that's a very intriguing deal. It's just a matter of would they actually do that? Would the Knicks give up their future? Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickly. I don't think the Knicks would do that. That's not realistic. Okay, so we go. What happened? Oh, I threw in another second-round pick. Why does it keep saying the 7th overall? I don't have that pick. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I legit don't have that pick. I think I'm going to have to make my own trade because I don't have that pick. It's not giving me an accurate understanding of what Malik Beasley's value is because I don't have that. You know somebody that I was thinking might work for this team? Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, but he's making so much money. I don't think that would work for the team. I was going to say, because Andrew Wiggins would be a nice role player to have for us. But he's making too much money for what he does, or what he would do for our team. So, let's see. Somebody that's kind of the same kind of level as Malik Beasley. Who could we get? But that's also cheap. I don't want to go too crazy on the money. The Lakers roster is really just nothing at this point. RJ Barrett. Would the Knicks be willing to move on from RJ? I don't know if they would or not. The Celtics. The Cavs. Would the Cavs be willing to move on from anybody? The Bulls. Nobody on the Sixers, really. Daniel Gafford, maybe? Maybe James Wiseman. Maybe the Warriors would be okay with moving on from James Wiseman. Oh, he's got a ton of value, though. I don't think we can make up that value. I didn't realize he had that much value on him. Okay, so we'll move on. We will move on from him. I didn't realize they were valuing him that much. That's okay. Who is expendable on one of these teams? Derek White, but he's making so much money over 3 years. I don't think I can take on Derek White's contract. Keldon Johnson, would they be willing to move on from Keldon Johnson? Probably not, right? Because he's got such a bright future ahead of him. Probably not. Kevin Porter Jr. Would they be willing to... They're obviously not going to be willing to move on from Jalen Green. That's not realistic. But Kevin Porter Jr. might be. How much value does he have? 2.5 star? And then we could throw you Malik Beasley. And then we'd be swapping 2026 first-round picks. Okay, I don't hate that. Kevin Porter Jr. for Malik Beasley. It's the same overall. We're shedding a lot of money. I don't think that's a bad deal. Let's take that deal. So that frees up a ton of money for us. Salary cap breakdown. We now have 22.8, and we have a nice little backup point guard. We have Kevin Porter Jr. now. We do need to get a shooting guard, which maybe Kevin Porter could play shooting guard at backup, or we could move Lou Dort or Hamidou Diallo. Actually, one of you two is probably going to have to move to a shooting guard. Probably Lou Dort, backup shooting guard, and then have Hami play small forward. Maybe. Let's look for, in free agency, let's look for a small forward and a center in free agency. So center, DeAndre Ayton. I don't think that's realistic to sign him, plus he's restricted, so he's obviously not going to come here. But a guy that is realistic to come to Oklahoma City. We also have the bird rights on Thomas Bryant, so that's interesting. But I don't know if Thomas Bryant is the guy. Now that I think about it, I know I said he might be safe, but now that I think about it, he might not be safe. Mitchell Robinson, on the other hand, could be good. A 3-year deal. We'll see what happens here. And then shooting guard. Kyrie's not realistic. Plus, we'd have to pay him too much money. Zach LaVine or Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal would probably want to go to a winning team. Plus, he's got too much money, so he's not realistic. We're probably down in this area of shooting guard. We're probably in the Gary Payton, the Victor Oladipo, the Colin Sexton even, but he's restricted. Jalen Brunson probably even. I'll offer Jalen Brunson. I think he'd be a nice backup guard to have. And then we still got some money. Well, we still got another offer. So maybe we need to let's go for another wing. Who's another wing that's realistic enough to have? Is there a wing that can come off and just shoot the lights out? Come off our bench and shoot the lights out? James Ennis, Caleb Martin could be good. But he's also making a ton of money. Or he wants a ton of money. Dorian Finney-Smith. Would Caleb Martin? Yeah, Caleb wants a ton of money. How much can we lower this and still he'd be interested? Okay, not too much. About 12.5 then. Let's see what that gets us to. So we'd have to... no, we don't want to match those guys. So we could pull in Mitchell Robinson and Jalen Brunson, but we don't have enough money to afford Caleb Martin. Even if we renounce the rights on all those guys. How about if I renounce the rights on... okay. So even if I renounce the rights on Kendrick Williams, I can't bring in Caleb Martin. But we can bring in Mitchell Robinson and Jalen Brunson. I don't hate that. Is there somebody on our team that makes enough money where I can free up to bring in Caleb Martin? Is it even worth it to try and sign Caleb Martin? I only really wanted to do it because he's can shoot off the bench. He can come off the bench. I guess we don't have a lot of money there. So is there another like forward or guard that can shoot the lights out that doesn't cost a whole lot? Darius Miller's a little too old. There's not really a small forward that can shoot like that. What about a guard, a shooting guard that maybe we can move to small forward? There's Cody Martin, who can do about the same thing, but he's restricted. Bryn Forbes, 28 years old. Malik Monk. There's Bradley Beal. I'm kind of feeling maybe Bryn Forbes. He's got good mid-range and good other stuff. So let's agree to all those guys. All right, we have a mid-level exception too. Can we bring in Thomas Bryant? No, we lost our bird rights on Thomas Bryant. That's okay. But the team now is Shea, Kevin Porter, and Ty Washington. Then you got Josh Giddey, who I'm hoping takes a big step. Then Jalen Brunson and Bryn Forbes. Then Lou Dort and Hamidou Diallo. Then Paolo, Jaden McDaniels, and Darius Baisley, and Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Roby, and Luka Garza. I think that's a pretty solid team. Our starting rotation is young, but I think we've got a lot of potential here, especially with Paolo and Mitchell and Josh Giddey. I mean, so I like the way that we have a lot of like versatility, I guess, because Kevin Porter can play some shooting guard if we need to. So can Ty. Jalen Brunson can play some shooting guard. Giddey can go to small forward, I guess. You know what? I'm actually going to change that. He's not going to be a shooting guard point guard anymore. He's going to be a shooting guard small forward. We're going to change that. So he can go and play some small forward if we need to. We've got some guys that can play that. Then we got some guys that can play center as well. Paolo can go play center. Darius Baisley actually can probably play some center too. I know he's a little bit smaller, but he can play a little bit of center if he needs to. I like that. And then we've obviously got some big-time centers that can play power forward as well. So I think the versatility, is good. Let's go straight to player progression. I think we're done with all the people. So Shea goes up to a 90, which is awesome. Josh Giddey goes up to an 83. So does Mitchell Robinson. Jalen Brunson's down, but that's okay. Lou Dort doesn't move. Hamidou Diallo doesn't move. Obviously, Pancaro doesn't move. Kevin Porter's up to a 79. McDaniel's 77. So we got a lot of growth, which is what you want to see. I love seeing all of this growth on the team. It looks really good. I love to see, especially Shea getting up to the 90s. That's awesome. Love to see that. I'm ready for this team to maybe take some steps this season. I'm hoping that it does. I think this is a pretty successful offseason. We drafted 2 big-time players. We signed a couple of pieces in free agency. This wasn't really like the big-time move that we needed. Like, we didn't need to do anything crazy. We're still rebuilding. So I think we made the right moves. And we're ready for the next season. I'm excited. Here is the next draft class, 2023. Obviously, it's as accurate as it can be. We don't know what's going to happen and stuff. So, Victor Wembanyama's here, and we've got a top pick. Well, we probably will have a top pick. We've got 3 of them. If we take a look at our future stuff. So, we've got 3 first-round picks. We're swapping the best with the Clippers, which we get the best version. Lottery protected, and then an unprotected pick from the Kings. Hopefully, the Kings are bad. We got to root for them to be bad. Then we got 3 more first-round picks next year, 2024. And it just keeps going on. We got a lot of assets, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of assets. If we can make some big-time wins and make it interesting, maybe we package a couple of those first-round picks and make a big-time deal. Do we want Lou Dort starting? Do we want Hamidou Diallo starting? That's the big question. I think we want Lou Dort starting. So Shea, Giddey, Dort, Banchero, and Mitchell Robinson. I don't hate that. I like that a lot. And then Brunson off the bench with Kevin Porter Jr., Hamidou Diallo, Jaden McDaniels, and then let's play an 11-man. Let's play an 11-man rotation. We'll get Baisley and then Roby some minutes. No, let's get Ty some minutes, the other rookie. Let's get Ty some minutes. And then Luka can come off the reserves. And then we got Bryn Forbes and Isaiah Roby if we need to. I like this team. I think we improved. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. If you think we improved, if you think I should have traded for somebody else, let me know. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say about this off-season video. I think we got better. Honestly, I really do. We got a lot younger, even younger than what we were already, and we were pretty young. I think we got some pieces that are going to help us in the future. Maybe not. You got to look. This kind of rebuild takes time. You got to look 5 years down the road. I know it's hard to do that, but you got to look 3, 4, 5 years down the road and see the potential of Josh Giddey and see the potential of Paolo Banchero and of the potential of Jaden McDaniels and Darius Baisley and those kind of guys that we've had on the team that are low overalls now, but in a couple of seasons, if they play really well and we develop them the right way, will become in the high 80s, maybe even a 90 overall in terms of Josh Giddey. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Next episode will be the first game of the new year, of year number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club main link channel down below in the description if you want to go check out my main channel. I hope you do. But if you don't, that's totally cool as well. But thank you guys for stopping by. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.